Tatyana Fazlalizadeh. We ask her to be here today because her artwork asks viewers to raise important questions about how women experience harassment in their everyday lives, the similarities and differences across racial, ethnic, geographic, and cultural lines, and most importantly, how we can create a communal dialogue about these issues.
I am only going to talk briefly. I'm not giving an entire speech. I did prepare something, but I'm basically just telling you about the project that you see here today, which is Stop Telling Women to Smile. Stop Telling Women to Smile is a public art series that addresses gender-based street harassment, and it is outside. It's an outdoor project. So what we see here are just examples of the work that would normally be posted on outdoor walls. I began this project 2 years ago, and I started it because I wanted to talk about my own experiences with street harassment. I wanted a way to speak out about my own experiences, but not just do it in a painting, which is how I usually work. I'm an oil painter. I wanted to do it in the environment where street harassment actually happens, where I experience this stuff, which is outside, walking down the street. Someone comes up to me and says something very crude, very vulgar. Someone grabs me. Someone does something very violent and aggressive. Someone sexualizes me in an assertive and aggressive way. I wanted the work to be out there where that happens to me, and not in a gallery or not in my studio, not in a magazine, but actually outside where it happens. And so it began 2 years ago. And I started it just painting my own portrait. The Stop Telling Women to Smile piece is my self-portrait. But I decided that I needed to expand it and include women from all different areas, all different backgrounds, women who have experiences that are different from my own. So it grew from a personal project that was just me talking about my own experiences and telling my own story, to me expanding it and having it extend to women in other cities and other communities and other regions of the country. So you'll see a diverse group of women, right? I wanted to include women who are experiencing things that are influenced by their backgrounds. I don't think that women are treated equally, and therefore they're not harassed equally. So if you are Black, if you are in the lower class, your sexuality, your gender presentation, your gender identification, all of these things are going to influence how you are harassed and how extremely and severely you are harassed. So the process behind creating these pieces are for me to sit down and talk with women individually about what they go through. I'm here to learn their stories and to reflect those stories in this work. Most of the captions and the text that you see on these pieces are either direct quotes from these women, or they're me taking their stories and what they said to me, what they said was most important about their story, and putting it out there. I draw their portraits from photographs that I take of them, and then I design the posters that you see here. From there, I repaste them outside on outdoor walls. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're large, but I put them in their communities, and I put them outside because I think that public art has a very distinct advantage as opposed to other art. It's in the public. Everyone has access to it. Everyone who walks by these pieces will see this piece. They'll have a reaction. They'll consider it. They'll think about it, I hope. And that's different from art that you'll see in a gallery or you'll see in a book. Everyone has access to work that's outside. Also, I thought that public art was the perfect medium for this because when you walk down the street and you get harassed by someone, you're not expecting that to happen. It randomly happens. Someone says something to you, and it changes your mood. And you have to keep walking. You have to keep moving. But hopefully, you'll keep walking, you'll keep moving, and you'll pass by one of these pieces. And it'll show solidarity to you. It will show advocacy towards women. And that's something that couldn't happen elsewhere. So that's why public art was huge for this, and that's why as an artist, I decided to do something actively outdoors and not just in a gallery space. Social media has been huge for this project. If I put up a piece in Brooklyn, one person will Instagram it or tweet it, and now all of a sudden it lives online for forever. This project has been covered by major media, a lot of media, and because of that, women from all over the world are recognizing this project and wanting to be a part of it. So I've been traveling. I was in Mexico City last month, recreating this project and telling those women's stories and reflecting their stories in the work. And I hope to continue traveling and doing reiterations of the project in other cities around the world. So that is a basic overview of this project and this work. I will hopefully continue it, and it'll be ongoing. And that's it. So thank you all very much. I hope to speak with you and meet more of you as the day goes on. If you have any questions for me about the work, I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, thanks.